Welcome to the On Deck podcast for all your baseball DFS needs with your superstar host, fantasy baseball experts, Casey, Bubba, and Bogman. On Deck podcast is sponsored by LineStar app, the #1 top-rated data and analytics tool for daily fantasy sports.
And welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the On Deck MLB DFS podcast, brought to you by the wonderful people at LineStar Sports. Make sure to check them out on Twitter at LineStar app and at LineStar MLB. Go check them out on YouTube at the LineStar YouTube page so you can see our pretty faces there. You'll really appreciate that. And most importantly, download the app in the Google App Store and or Google Play Store and the Apple App Store. Get you everything you need in the palm of your hands to build the winning lineups. And we had a guy the other night, big win as well. Like there's a lot of guys winning these days, so go check it out in the App Store. You will not regret it. I am on Twitter at Pediatric, and the you hear is on Twitter at Bogman Sports. Scott Bogman, how we doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good as it stands right now. The Diamondbacks are in danger of potentially breaking a 20-game losing streak and not setting any MLB records, but there's about an inning and a half left, and I am
You guys will know by the end of this show. You guys will know. Yeah, you guys will know at the end of this show how things go. Yeah. Just watch. This is why you want to watch it on YouTube. Watch YouTube. It's a good time.
Yeah,
good time. I even told Bogman before the show.
Spilling a drink on myself the other day. My cat making random appearances. Me trying not to freak out at stuff that happens on the screen. You know, it's a great time.
It's a great time. Hey, it wasn't on this live stream, but I had another live stream, and you might get one on one of these. I literally went to stretch my leg out and my whole hamstring cramped. So I had to stand up and pick my microphone up, and he probably just got a crotch shot of me for 30 seconds. So,
ooh, good old Charlie horse.
Those are the best. You never know what you're going to get. So, yeah, check it out on their YouTube page. Subscribe and share all the goods there. But we have 8 games on Wednesday to break down for you. There's a 6-game early slate, maybe 7 on FanDuel, I believe, because there's 7 early games, period. And then 8-game main slate. We're going to break down the main slate here again. If you need help with the early slate, get the app, join the chat room over there. They have all the value tools, the lineup optimizers, everything you'll need to be successful on that slate. But Bogman, let's just get cracking on it. Let's get to this 8-game main slate. And we'll start off with Boston at Atlanta on this one. You have the wonderful Garrett Richards going up against Ian Anderson. Richards 66 on DK, 69 on FanDuel. Richards 75, or Anderson 75 on DK, 8,000 on FanDuel. I'll start this by saying pitching is atrocious tonight. So you're going to have to take some guys you don't like. Are you interested in either of these two?
I don't know that it's atrocious. I actually think that it's better than last night in the 15-game slate because there's just some big guys. I mean, you're going to have to pay up for them, but there's some decent ones here. But I'm not interested in Richards at all. 7 runs in his last 10 1/3 innings pitched. Last time he played against Atlanta was on May 25th. 5 2/3, 3 earned, 4 walks, 4 strikeouts. So just meh, Anderson, 4 of his last 6 were quality, but I don't want to, Boston's swinging it pretty well right now. I don't think I want to mess with that. So probably no on either pitcher today. I'm probably going to stick to bats. Pablo, man, 5 of 9 against Richards with a double. 2 for 7 for Almonte. After that, it's just the expensive hot bats. It's Acuna, Freeman, Riley, Contreras, Ozzie, Bogarts, Devers. Vasquez is cheap, 32 and 24 on either, and he's been pretty hot too. So I think it's just bats for me in this one.
Yeah, I'll continue to say it. Ozzie Albies is just too cheap. Game after game, he's hitting cleanup. Had another nice night on Tuesday. We saw Rafael Devers hit a bomb in the first last night as well. So, yeah, if you want to get the over-under is 9 on this game. So there should be offensive galore. I'd want the Braves side of things more so than Boston's, but Boston's bats are on fire. The Braves are just ultra tilting as they always just fade. Like Freeman has just been a disappointment. But you have Acuna, you have Riley, you have Albies and company. You can definitely go with the Braves, but Boston's swinging it really well. I like Anderson, but those Boston bats just stay out of the way. So if you want to stack them, go for it. I can't bring myself to use any Ian Anderson right now. New York Yankees, Toronto Blue Jays, Garrett Cole, Ross Stripling, over under 8.5. Garrett Cole has looked better last time after speculations of sticky stuff. He's 10-5 on DK, 11,000 on FanDuel. You got Stripling 61 and 67. 2 pretty good offenses. Yankees picked up the dub on Tuesday. I think we got to go Garrett Cole on this one, even though it is Toronto, which terrifies me.
Yeah, I mean, he bounced back after his weird, and it's funny because the blow up for Cole was he gave up 5, right? And that's the blow up for him. But after his weird 5 earned run outing, he was pretty good. He did start April 12th against Toronto, 6 innings, 1 earned, 8 strikeouts, 1 walk. So pretty good against them this season. So I'm in on Cole. Like you said, he is a little nerve-wracking, right? And some of these big pitchers are nerve-wracking today. So I'll at least give you that on this slate here. Stripling, yeah, I like him, but I'm gonna pass against the Yankees. No thanks.
Yeah, I'm with you. Give me Garrett Cole, give me the Cole train, and give me some Yankees bats, man. They're starting to slowly get going, and they're affordable. Like Andujar swinging well. Gary Sanchez had another big night. He is actually hitting for average over like the last 2 to 3 weeks. Surprising to many. So yeah, I know. So like Andujar, Sanchez, Torres, Gardner went deep on. Like those guys are all affordable compared to the big dogs on the Yankee side of it. So something to think about there.
Yeah, I mean, BVB data. There's some against Cole. 3 for 7 for Teoscar against him with a double and a homer. 4 for 10 for Vlad. 4 for 14 for Panic. On the other side, Stanton 2 for 5 with a double and a homer. Both of his hits going for extra bases against Stripling. 2 for 5 with a double for Frazier. 7 for 19 for DJ LeMahieu. So there's definitely some. And like you said, pay up for the big bats if you want. You mentioned Gary Sanchez, Andujar. Always cheap every single day. So yeah, there's definitely buy some bats here in this game.
Yeah, I had a Torres, Urshela, Sanchez mini stack, and it worked out pretty well on Tuesday. Very affordable. Very, very affordable.
Yeah.
Baltimore at the Cleveland Indians. You have Aiken versus Savali. Savali coming off a gym his last time out. The over-under is 8 in this game. But Baltimore got to Savali last time they faced him. Aiken's 59 on DK, 6,000 on FanDuel. Savali's 89 on DK, 9,000 on FanDuel. Are you on either of those guys? That's a small slate. Do you take another chance on Savali?
I mean, you can. I think he's not expensive, but he's not cheap. He's kind of in the middle, 89 and 9. I'd just rather just pay up for one of the big dogs today than go with Savali. And I know he's coming off a good game, and this is Baltimore. His last start against Baltimore was on the 5th, 5 innings, 4 earned, 4 strikeouts, no walks. So kind of a mixed bag there. So I think for me, I'd rather take bats. And Cedric Mullins is 3 for 3 with 2 homers against Savali.
Not bad.
So that's pretty good. And he's cheap, 35 and 31. Other guys that are hitting hot on both sides here. Your boy Bobby Bradley's just getting more expensive by the day.
Went deep again on Tuesday.
41 and 33. Eddie Rosario, 38 and 29. Jose Ramirez up to 6,000 now because he's on a heater. Valaquia, Severino have both been hitting a little bit for Baltimore. Michael Franco, 24 and 27, cheaper on DK. So there are some bats to buy here.
Yeah, and Ahmed Rosario hitting second. Like, you can play Cesar Hernandez if you want, but Ahmed, he's a lot cheaper than Cesar. Stole another bag, put up another almost 20 points on Tuesday. So you can have some fun with Cleveland. See what the lineup does, though, because with the lefty Aiken starting, I'm curious, what do they do do they move Harold Ramirez back towards cleanup, move Bobby Bradley back? How do they mix things up? Because you can also get a cheap Harold Ramirez. Cleveland can be cheap. I'll say that much against the lefty Aiken. Definitely a stack I wouldn't mind on the 8-game slate. Savali, because of the slate, he is in play. Just realize he's a pitch-to-contact guy. He ran hot last time. He'll do that from time to time.
I mean,
Don't be shocked.
11 strikeouts and then 1 strikeout. Yep. Like he's all over the place as far as
exactly. So he's a guy that's hard to go all in on, is what I'm trying to say. So you can use him, but if you want to sprinkle some O's, Savali gets hit. It just happens. Chicago Cubs at the New York Mets on this one. This is a tough one for me. You got Stock making the spot start. He's pretty much out for me. So you got DeGrom coming. He didn't miss a start. He left his last start early with forearm tightness. No big deal. Bullpen is fine. He's starting. He's 11,000 on DK, 12,200 on FanDuel. It's DeGrom, so you almost got to trust that he's good to go. I'd be lying if I wasn't nervous.
I'm going to be Pollyanna. I'm going to say, it was precautionary last time, and he just got some extra rest. So I'm willing to roll him out. I mean, I think anytime DeGrom is pitching, he's just been so
his ceiling's ridiculous,
crazy this year, and there's no one even close to him. So I think he's got to be in play. But
even when he left early last start, he still put up over 30 DK points. I think it could go 50 or 60 FanDuel points, and he left early.
Right. It's just absurd what he's doing. So he's got to be in play, I think, at any point. So because of DeGrom, I'm probably not going to take any Cubs bats in this one, even though they have been hitting. So give me some bats on the Mets side. Alonso, Kevin Pillar, VR has been hitting a little bit. McCann is kind of expensive though. And Billy McKinney, you mentioned him, I think yesterday, the day before, 32 and 24. He's been hitting a little bit too. So I'm going to stick to Mets bats and DeGrom.
The other guy I'll mention for the Mets who's heating up and had a nice little game on Tuesday is Dom Smith. He's 42 on DK and on FanDuel. I was lazy and forgot to pull my FanDuel up. It's getting pulled up as we speak, but he'll probably be like 29. I'm just going to say off the top of my head for him. If you give me 2 more seconds, this is quality radio.
Yeah, this is what we call padding right here.
Yes.
So,
but
by the way,
Smith,
my hair.
I was so close. I was so close.
Yeah?
27. He's even
27.
cheaper.
Look
27 on FanDuel. Dom Smith is hitting in the middle of that Mets order, starting to slowly heat up. So against a guy like Stockton and that Cubs bullpen, I could see a little appeal for that one. The Mets, I hate stacking the Mets, but it's a really good spot if you want to grab some cheapies. Texas at the Houston Astros. We have Jordan Lyles taking on Zach Greinke, over under 8.5. Bogman, what are you doing tonight?
No. Look, do whatever you want with Greinke. I have no
Texas
opinion on
too.
him.
It's so tempting.
I have no opinion on him at all. So it doesn't matter because whatever I say is going to do the opposite. So I'm just not going to say anything about Greinke. So do with him what you will. Lyles, not against Houston. No,
nope.
Nope. Nice walk-off granny for Altuve tonight too. But if you want some Houston bats, Bregman, Altuve, Correa, they all have pretty good PVB data here. 4 for 10 for Bregman with a bomb, 3 for 9 for Altuve with a bomb, 4 for 9 for Correa. Alvarez, Brantley, Gurriel, Straw have all been hitting. And if you dare play any Rangers bats, Solak 4 for 6 with 3 doubles against Greinke, 4 for 6 with 2 doubles for Isaiah Kiner-Falefa against Greinke. Gallo and Lowe have also been hot, but I will not suggest bats against Greinke or Greinke. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to get blamed for it. So pass.
I will say a nice contrarian play because I can already see it now. Greinke's going to come in popular because it's the Rangers. I get the argument. Totally 100% get it. But Gallo and Lowe, like you said, are 2 guys that are swinging it really well for them. That could be quite intriguing. But it's all about the Houston stack. You mentioned Bregman, Altuve, and Altuve is just so good right now. Like, as much as people want to hate on him, I was talking about it on a Bench with Bubba show. You remember when he was going in the 10th round in drafts this year?
Yeah.
God, it's beautiful. So, those are the little things. After all the injuries this year, all the other headaches, that's one of those you're just like, yeah, that was nice. That was good. So, yeah, Altuve's playing really well. But you mentioned Jordan Alvarez. Price is still getting up there, but not as high as usual. Brantley's super cheap. You have Tucker missed Tuesday with an illness. We'll see if he plays Wednesday, but if not, Miles Straw is extremely cheap and playing very, very well. So you can get some Astros value against Lyles if you don't want the big guys, or you can sprinkle some of the value to get the big guys. The Astros, they should be popular tonight and for very, very good reason. Great spot.
By the way,
this evening,
if you're watching the YouTube and you see the smirk on Bubba's face, it is because with no outs in the bottom of the 8th, the Diamondbacks are up 3 and the Giants have got 2 on, and I know he's watching. So it's
his kick to ground ball is good defense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just got to come out of this with a win. Anyway, I'm sorry.
Speaking of Diamondbacks Giants, it's our next game on the slate. We have Merrill Kelly versus Anthony DeSclafani, over under of 8. Disco coming off his 2nd shutout of the season. He's 7,000 on DK, 77 on FanDuel. Kelly 72 on DK, 64 on FanDuel. Kelly was really good for a while. That has ended. So Giants bats there. Disco's been great. There's not a lot of cheap pitching. He's got to be considered for a strong SP2, in my opinion.
Well, first off, DeSclafani is the best value on the board tonight. I completely agree with that. Diamondbacks haven't hit even, take away the first inning of this game tonight, and they haven't been hitting, at all. So especially on the road. So DeSclafani is at 7,077 is the best option, I think, maybe on the board outside of those, DeGrom and Cole. So let's just say that first. Kelly, last time out against San Francisco, was a quality start. 6 innings pitched, 2 earned, 6 strikeouts, no walks. So he has been pretty good against them. I'm kind of in on either pitcher. I think Kelly, like, I'm not paying 72 for Kelly when Desclafani is 7. That's ridiculous. So DK, I won't have any Kelly shares. He's an option, but I'm probably not going to go with him. But because I'm kind of in on both pitchers, I'm probably not taking any bats in this game.
Yeah, I'll do my homer thing if that's what people want me to do, but give me Giants bats. I'm just not getting in front of this lineup. Duggar put one in the Cove tonight. Belt is heating up. I said it recently. He's heating up. He's batting 6th. He's cheap. He had a triple and a double in his last 2 at-bats in this game. He's playing well. Crawford. He's clean up, like, super cheap still. I want more Giants bats. Give me more Giants bats. So I'll definitely be going back to that train and against Kelly, but I like Disco, like you said, as an SP2. We have 2 more games on this slate. The Minnesota Twins at the Seattle Mariners. It is Ober versus Sheffield. The over-under is 8.5 on this one. I'm just going to say one thing. I like Seattle. If you want to use Seattle bats versus Ober, I get it. They played well against Happ tonight. They're crushing him. I got some action there. They're very cheap. It's the same story every day. Moore, France, Crawford, and company. You can do it. But Ober's $4,600 on DK. I will not use him on FanDuel at 62 because you need the quality start and everything. His last start, he threw 5 innings, 7 hits, 2 runs, 7 Ks against Houston. He's gone 4 innings in his previous 2 appearances with 4 Ks, only 1 run in his. Basically, he's got 3 total runs in his last 9 innings pitched with 11 strikeouts. For 4,600, I can see the argument.
Look, he has looked good, but this is his 4th start, so I'm just wary. So
I guess what I'm saying is he's at least stretched out, where most 4K guys aren't stretched out.
Would you rather take him or Desclafani today?
Well, Desco for sure, but we're talking $2,400 difference.
Yeah, no, I know. Like I can see going him over like Kelly or something, or
100%. Yeah,
I'm not gonna play Greinke or Lyles. I'd rather take the savings and go down to him. So I mean, I have no opinion on Greinke is what I actually meant, but so I'd take the savings, but I'm not interested in letting him carry my team. So I'm gonna stack bats either side. Cruz, Polanco, Sano, Kirilloff, Larnach have all been hitting like a mini Mariner stack of Fraley, Moore, and Crawford, who are all very cheap, I think is decent as well. So give me bats in this game.
And throw France in that Mariner stack. He's hitting like cleanup and hitting well. It's one of the things, like I said about the Angels last night with Heaney. If you're going to have a little Heaney, have the same amount of Oakland stacks. Like, just cover your butt. And it kind of worked out for you tonight. Do the same thing. If you're going to use Ober at all, get your Seattle exposure, because I think Seattle's still a good play. I think Ober can give you 4 to 5 innings and not get blown up, and it'd be very interesting at $4,600. So we'll see. Last game of the evening, we have a pitcher's duel out west. Philadelphia Phillies, Los Angeles Dodgers. Zach Wheeler, Clayton Kershaw, over under 7.5. Wheeler 96 on DK, 10.8 on FanDuel. Kershaw 10,000 and 10.2. I like Wheeler a lot, and even though it's against the Dodgers, I like him a lot.
7 quality starts in a row for Wheeler, and he just looks unhittable right now. So that's kind of why I was saying I don't think that the pitching is bad tonight, is because you have the 2 big dogs. You have a cheap option in Desclafani. If you want to pay for Greinke or Lyles, I think they're okay options too. And I think you can use either one of these pitchers. I think that because you have the big dogs, that Kershaw is going to be lower owned, right? And same deal with Wheeler. And Wheeler has been almost unhittable. So I think once again in this game, you can take any of the big bats you want. You know what I mean? If you want Harper or Turner or Lux or Taylor, like any of these guys have been hitting, absolutely go do it. But I like the pitching, so I'm probably not going to be investing in too many bats in this game. I like Wheeler. I want him.
Yeah, I want Wheeler for sure. I'll lay off a Kershaw. Like it could be good. I don't know. He hasn't shown me that ceiling of late. So it's like one of those, I don't want to stack against him. I don't really want him, but I want Wheeler for sure. I'm with you there with Wheeler. That's the 8 games. What stacks are you liking in this one?
The stacks, I mean, if you want to stack Houston against Lyles, I'm okay with that. It's not very stackable. I guess maybe Minnesota against Sheffield. I know you like the Giants, but I'm not going to be in on that. I'll take the Mets against Stock, the Tribe against Aiken, and that's probably it.
Yeah, I'll throw the Yankees on there. So
okay,
Yankees, you could go Mets, but Yankees, Cleveland, Houston, Giants would be my main four going right now.
Gotcha.
But the most important part, the things everybody cares about when they listen to the show, besides our lovely back and forth and great picks and analysis, is the home run call of the day. So follow LineStar on Twitter at LineStar app and at LineStar MLB. And every day, myself, Bogman, and Ryan Humphreys will give out our home run call of the day. And if you retweet the home run call tweet, 3 lucky fans will get picked to potentially win some free swag. Humphreys has gone deep back-to-back nights. He did use Tatis. Little shady and cool. Just going to say Humphreys, a little shady, but I get it. You're heating up. But Bogman, Wednesday, June 16th, who's your home run call of the day?
I'll go with Cedric Mullins. I mean, 3 for 3 with 2 bombs off Savale. Give me Cedric. I'm going to go to your Baltimore Orioles.
My Baltimore Orioles with the cheap and awesome Cedric Mullins. I like that quite a bit. I'm going to my Gigantes. We're going by the Bay. Merrill Kelly. See you later, big dog. Brandon Belt's heating up. He's finding the cove. Brandon Belt going yard on a Wednesday just to make tomorrow night's recording so much more fun. All the fun in the world. We're going to do that.
Longhorn.
Kind of yeah, yeah, he has a Longhorn. At least you have that going for you. So that's good.
That's right.
But I'll take Belt. You'll take Mullins. Either way, I'll be happy. The fans will be happy. We'll see who Humphreys picks. That'll be a fun one. But good luck on that one. Check out Bogman on Twitter at Bogman Sports. I'm Matt B. D'Andrick. We'll be back with you guys tomorrow night with another 8-game slate for Thursday. But for now, good luck on your Wednesday.
See ya.
Thank you for listening to the LineStar app On Deck podcast. Download LineStar app from the App Store or go to linestarapp.com for all your DFS baseball needs. If you love the On Deck podcast, support KC, Bubba, and Bogman by rating and subscribing. Good luck.